is good? What is up, everybody? We are here to live react and review One Piece chapter 1114. Vegapunk, let the man cook. His message continues. Now, of course, this live review, if you're watching on YouTube, has been edited to keep it through the copyright filter. If you want the unedited review, if you want the raw review, as it were, going raw, then you need to go over to the Patreon. It's only $3 a month. Go over to the Patreon, and you guys can get these live reactions and reviews for that are completely unedited. There's no filter. There's no logo covering up the page. None of that stuff. None of it that is used to get through the copyright filter on YouTube. It is completely edit free. So go check it out over on Patreon. The link to that is down in the description box down below. Also, that information is going across the bottom of the video as well. So thank you guys so much for your support, and let's dive into One Piece chapter 1114. This is coming out a little bit late. I normally do this on Sunday when the Viz comes out, but I am doing it a little bit late this time because yesterday was Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I did have some stuff to do with my family, so that takes precedent, obviously. So let's jump into this. So Vegapunk's message last week, or I should say last chapter, we did find out that the world is going to flood. The entire world is going to be underwater. That was a huge revelation. I think we're going to get more from this message than just that. I don't think that Vegapunk is going to leave us hanging. I don't see that happening. I, of course, put out my theory video a couple of weeks ago where I speculated that the message is going to reveal the identity of Emu to the world, the existence of Emu to the world. I know a lot of people are thinking Void Century, ancient history, ancient kingdom, I should say. I think that if that's going to happen, it would have to involve Robin much more than what we're seeing right now. I don't think that right now is the time to reveal that information. Yes, it would mean something to us, the readers, but how many people in the world actually know about the Ancient Kingdom? How many people in the world actually know about Joy Boy and Nika and all that stuff? How many people actually know about that information, that it even existed, that there was an Ancient Kingdom, that there is a Void Century? How many people in the One Piece world, your average One Piece citizen, knows that? I don't think very many. The revelation that Emu exists and that the world government is founded on a lie, I think that's going to be much more impactful to the citizens of the One Piece world. Now, of course, I don't think you can get into Emu without talking about the Ancient Kingdom because they are kind of connected. So I think that Vegapunk's message will make people aware that the Ancient Kingdom existed, aware of the Void Century, but we're not going to get all the details right now. I think that when that happens later in the story, it has to involve Robin. It has to. That is so central to her character because she carries the legacy of Ohara. Okay, so with that being said, with that speculation out of the way, let's get into the chapter. So we start off with the cover page. We have chapter 1114, The Wings of Icarus. And of course, this is the Yamato Wano cover page story. Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest. Surrogate Pilgrimage, Volume 4. Go enshrine the sword at the Hakumai Senma Shrine and Yasue. That is your surrogate pilgrimage. Okay. All right. I do wonder what this Yamato cover story is leading up to. I know the big speculation is that this is going to lead up to Blackbeard showing up in Wano to try and get Pluton, which I could definitely see happening. It would definitely progress the story. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. So let's continue. All right, here we go. So we got people's reaction to dude, I can already see over here on the next page. Doflamingo's reaction. Oh, yo, Doflamingo really, like, he's just a purveyor of chaos, dude. He's a purveyor of chaos. All right. Navy headquarters, New World. The world will sink under the sea. Dr. Vegapunk, what are you talking about? Akainu. ... Like, Akainu, almost in every freaking time that we've seen Akainu since the post-time skip, it's that same freaking look. I'm sorry, but Akainu, for someone that killed Ace, who killed Ace, Akainu is just so lackluster as a villain. You know what I mean? Now that's funny. This is in, where is this? Mocktown? Mocktown. All right. Now that's funny. So he decides that when he dies, he's going to go out throwing the world into chaos. Oh, fair point. Fair point. How exactly is the entire world going to sink underwater, man? Water 7. We might get some answers there. I think Water 7 might be the result of some past global flooding. Around here, we believe him. But the whole world, he's not talking about high and low tides, is he? Nope. Impel down. Freaking Doflamingo. Oh, that's rich. What if seawater floods down to impel down? Isn't it your job to ensure the safety of the prisoners under your care, Magellan? Yo, what is Magellan doing? We haven't seen Magellan in a while. Oh, there's Magellan. Oh, here we go. Here we go. That 1 meter rise the other day had the prison panicking. How many meters does it take to... Oh, they're talking about where Lelouch was taken out. How many meters does it take to sink the whole world? Most cities in the world will be wiped out with an extra 5 meters of what? Really? With an extra 5 meters of water? Yeah. What do you think? Should we all move to much higher ground? That may be set up. That may be set up for how Doflamingo is going to escape. Because if they... Here's the thing. If they end up moving the prisoners to higher ground... If that ends up happening, then in the process of moving the prisoners, Doflamingo may escape. This may be set up for Doflamingo escaping. Because if they have to move the prisoners, they have to move them in something, presumably ships. And Doflamingo could somehow escape in the process of being transferred to wherever. That's very possible. That could be foreshadowing. That could be set up. Fishman Island. Father, what is going to happen? It just sounds so absurd. Why would he say that? Because the fishmen... Hold up. The fishmen have connections to Joy Boy, to the ancient kingdom. So why would Neptune say that? It seems like he would take it more seriously. Future Island, Egghead. What is he talking about? This is coming from the world's greatest scientist. He can wreak havoc on the world even with a lie. This is utter nonsense, Dr. Vegapunk. They don't believe him. The Marines are such idiots. All right, back to the girls say. Destroy the transmission, transponder snail. In fact, destroy any life form you can hear. Wow. So they're just like, fuck it. We're just gonna clean house, dog. Everything else is secondary. How much are you going to tell them, Stella? Now, speaking of the near future... Okay, here we go. All right, here we go, folks. Here we go. The message continues. The message continues. Here we go. All right. Yo, Hair, work with me. All right. Here we go. Here we go. The message continues. How much... now, speaking of the near future for me... Assuming this is the main Vegapunk body talking. Assuming that the sensors I built are functioning correctly, in the days after I record this message, there should be a most remarkable earthquake that strikes the entire planet. Wait, is he talking about the destruction of... Did he know about Lelouch being destroyed? Is that what he's talking about? Oh, shit. Is he talking about the earthquake from today? But Vegapunk's already dead, supposedly. Alright, continuing with the message. As a result of that, the sea should rise about 1 meter... He is talking about Lelouch. About 1 meter around the world, rendering some islands uninhabitable. Huh? Was that a prophecy? Beaches around the world will be lost for good. If I am wrong in this prediction, feel free to disregard the rest of the message. We got Kizaru. Aokiji. Aokiji's listening. How's that freaky man? How? Whoa! How? That's freaky, man. He totally nailed it. If this happened, however, you should heed my words very carefully. Oh shit, here we go. So Vegapunk says, this particular earthquake is not exactly what I would call a natural phenomenon. And then oh my god, and then the Goros say, Vegapunk, don't you dare say another word. In my own way, I only ever hoped for peace. We're getting a lot of shots of Robin. We got some Robin stuff because Saturn's going after Robin. It may be that Robin is somehow involved in the message getting out. It may be that Robin is somehow involved in the message getting out, which is the case. If that's the case, then we may get a lot of Ancient Kingdom stuff here. If she's involved in this, she has to play a central role in this. However, otherwise, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be really pissed. Because that information getting out is so central to her character. It's not even funny. Saturn is like, yo, be gone. All right. The Mother Flame. All right. Let's read the stuff first, and then we'll get to that. But this was the root of my first sin. What about the power plant, Mars? Not yet. The chamber must not be harmed above all else. I will go. So they don't want to mess with the Mother Flame. Alright. Vegapunk continues. I dreamt of a source of endless eternal energy, and in my desire to push the world forward into the future, as a true scientist should, the Mother Flame. I flew too close to the sun. Yo, Mars is going around using a staff to try and destroy the transponders now, and he's not getting it. Destroy every last sign of life in the lab. The Mother Flame. Wait a minute. What? Hold up. Let me zoom in. Blub. Wait a minute. Is the Mother Flame in water? Or some kind of liquid? So the flame can remain lit. The flame can keep going, even in water. What is this thing? Fire that can remain lit in water? I know there's a theory out there. Because Nika is the sun god, there's a theory that the Mother Flame is connected to Nika. Or that Nika is the Mother Flame. So like right now, I'm racking my mind around this. And this does bring up... So let's say if the Mother Flame does have a connection to Nika. This brings up the question, okay, since Luffy has the Nika powers, Gear 5, if he were to fall into the water, if he was submerged in water, would the flames on his head, because the Mother Flame looks very similar to like the fiery hair that Luffy has going on when he's Nika, could the flames on his head remain lit even underwater? Potentially. But even more importantly, this is what I find to be much more interesting. Could the Nika powers serve as a loophole, a workaround to the Devil Fruit weakness? Because if Nika is connected to the Mother Flame, if the Mother Flame, let's say, originates from Nika's powers as the sun god, then Luffy in Gear 5, would the water affect him? Or would the flames of the Nika, would it somehow negate the water weakness that Devil Fruits have, just for him? Would it negate that? Could Luffy potentially fight in water? Which brings up an interesting question as far as if for example, if Emu's power is the ocean, if she is Mother Ocean, as some people, or he, because based on the last chapter, it seems like Emu is probably a dude. Emu is probably a king, based on what Vegapunk said. Because Vegapunk, assuming that Vegapunk was referring to Emu as he, if that's the he that Vegapunk was talking about, then it seems that, let's just say, if Emu does have water-based powers, the Umi no Mi, or whatever it may be, then while Emu's powers may negate every other Devil Fruit user, it would not negate the Nika. It would not negate the flames of the Nika, the sun god powers, if the Mother Flame can burn even in water. Or let's say that, for example, Blackbeard has because there's a theory out there that Blackbeard has a Kraken Zoan, or will get a Kraken Zoan, or has the Davy Jones Devil Fruit, or whatever. And let's say he has some kind of ocean control, ocean manipulation. Would the Nika be able to circumvent that? So that would kind of set up Luffy to have the ultimate counter to some of, potentially, the final boss of the series, whether that be Emu or Blackbeard. That's interesting. Something else I noticed, on the container for the Mother Flame, it says A and Mu. If you remember, when Emu was talking to King Cobra a few chapters, well, at this point, quite a few chapters ago, actually, Emu referred to themselves, probably himself at this point, given what Vegapunk said. Emu referred to themselves as Mu. They said, Mu will answer your questions. Mu will say this. Emu refers to themselves as Mu. They don't say they don't say I. They say Mu. So what does that mean? That can't be a coincidence. The fact that Mu is written on this container has to mean something. And what does A mean? The atom tree? I don't know. This is let's continue, but this is something I think definitely requires speculation. All right, let's continue. Allow me to yeah, it's in water. Dude, the Mother Flame is in some kind of liquid. All right. Allow me to explain just what it is that is happening to our world. You got the giants. You've got other Marines reacting to this. Void Century stuff incoming from about 900 years ago to 800 years ago. A period of a century. There is a span of history that is completely and entirely blank. And Emu is silent. Emu has got the ... going on. I think that is silent rage. I think Emu's probably pissed. Of course Emu's pissed. And the Celestial Dragons are like, what are you doing, Navy? Make him stop talking. Vegapunk continues, we call this the Void Century because all records from this time were eliminated. The only means to know this lost piece of history is to find a message from the past in the form of poneglyphs scattered across the world. Saul is there. Saul is listening. She. And decipher its contents, referring to the poneglyphs. And then we have, I forget this one Celestial Dragon chick. I forget her name. Does she have a name? I'm pretty sure she has a name, but I forget her name. Anyways, the Celestial Dragons are saying, an execution is too good for him. Bring me his body. I'll mutilate the corpse. But this one Celestial Dragon chick is like, Void Century. What is that? Wait a minute. Hold up. The Celestial Dragons don't know what the Void Century... How? This is how you came to power. This is why you rule the world. They don't know what the void. They don't know what the void sentry is. So is that information that is kept by the Gorosei and Emu? Do only they know about the void sentry among the world government? Is it possible that the other celestial dragons outside of the Gorosei and Emu are so indoctrinated from birth with their own hype and bullshit that they are essentially are they brainwashed? Is oh my god, is Oda trying to set up a potential celestial dragon redemption? That seems so out there because the celestial dragons are some corrupt, self-centered, egotistical bastards. But this straight up may be Oda setting up a redemption. At the very least, it's possible that some celestial dragons may get redeemed, because there was, I forget the dude's name, there was the one that defended the fishmen, and then there was Doflamingo's father. They were actually good celestial dragons. And it may be possible that the girl right here, hold on, I gotta look her up, because that's pissing me off. I know she's connected to St. Charlos. Yes, right there. Okay. It's yes, she's the younger sister of Saint Charlos, the daughter of Saint Roseward, Saint Shalria. Saint Shalria. Okay. I thought I recognized her. She may get a redemption. If she doesn't know about the Void Sentry, she may get a redemption. And then it continues. Orangetown, East Blue. A long time ago, there were 20 kings who got together and they created the world. Doesn't that man know that? Alright, Vegapunk continues. However, the world government has made it a crime of the highest order to decipher the message of the poneglyphs. And despite being a member of the government myself, I broke this law. That was my second sin. It's interesting how he calls these sins. Obviously, they're not sins, obviously. But to the world government, they would be. And the world government views themselves as deities. Through the sheer tenacity of a group of excellent archaeologists, I inherited some text and a number of poneglyphs, which I have deciphered, okay, and continued studying to the best of my ability. I regret none of this, O'Hara. And again, there is focus on Robin. Robin focus. She may end up playing an important role here, which if that's the case, then we can get ancient kingdom lore. But Robin must play a central focus in that. History, you see, tells a story. All right, so we have Usopp, Chopper. Okay, they're just talking about escaping from the island. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Vegapunk continues. In other words, what I know is an incomplete story of that 100-year void. It would be dishonest to fill in the blanks with my own speculation. So wait, hold on. I feel like I skipped a page. I feel like there's a page missing. Or maybe I'm wrong. Anyways. So Vegapunk himself does not know the entire history. All right, so this kind of goes along with what I've been saying. Vegapunk does not know the entire history of the ancient kingdom, which means we're going to get more details on it later. That's kind of goes along with what I've been saying. All right, so here we go. In other words, what I know is an incomplete story of that 100-year void. It would be dishonest to fill the blanks in with my own speculation, so I will leave you only with the verified truth. The main character of this story was born into a kingdom with an impossibly advanced civilization 900 years ago. And Luffy's back in Nika form. Like the sun god Nika, spoken of an Elbaf legend. So Nika's an Elbaf god. He fought with a body that stretched and contracted. Gummo Gummo, no! His name was Joy Boy. Wait a minute. So Joy Boy and Nika are not the same person. Nika existed before Joy Boy, and Joy Boy was following in the footsteps of Nika? That's crazy. That changes things, because it's for a lot. I think most of us assumed Nika and Joy Boy were the same person, but under different names. And he was the very first man on the sea to be called a pirate. Wait, so hold up. What? So Joy Boy was the first pirate. So sun god Nika is a different person from Joy Boy. And Joy Boy followed in the footsteps of Nika and became the first pirate. It's no wonder why the world government hates pirates. It's no wonder why all pirates are viewed as criminals, which given some of them are straight up criminals, but it's no wonder all pirates are viewed as criminals. All pirates are following after Joy Boy. Piracy exists because of Joy Boy. This changes things. The fact that Nika and Joy Boy are not the same person, that was not... I wasn't expecting that. But also, on top of that, Nika is an Elbaf god. Which means, assuming that Elbaf is the next arc, and it very likely is, we're going to find out way more about Nika very soon. We're going to learn about Nika and Elbaf. Luffy may do some training to master his Nika powers in Elbaf. Joy Boy was the first pirate. What did he do? Why did he take to the high seas? Why did he leave the ancient kingdom and go to the high seas? And why? What did he see out there? That's probably how he met the fishmen and the minks and all these other races. I kind of want to see a Joy Boy prequel. I mean, given we could do a Roger prequel too, but I kind of want to see a Joy Boy prequel. We need a Joy Boy flashback. And I mean, like, I don't mean like a couple of chapters. I mean like a mini arc just on Joy Boy. Damn, dude, that is wild. Okay, that's it. And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe One Piece is on break this week. One Piece break. I do. I do actually think it's on break. Because I actually think this week is Golden Week in Japan. So, yeah, there's no chapter this week. God bless America. All right. Yeah, there's no chapter this week. All right. Well, that still gives us a lot of speculation. A lot of speculation. I'm going to reread the chapter again, and because I feel like I need to do a video talking about this. I really do, because there is definitely some interesting stuff here. And I feel like there's like little pieces all spread out throughout this chapter that I feel like because there's a lot here, dude. There's Joy Boy and Nika not being the same person. Nika's an Elbaf god. The Mother Flame. What's going on with that? The fact that Mu is written on the container holding the Mother Flame, the way that the same word that Emu used to describe themselves. All right, we're going to call it a chapter. This is clearly a good chapter. This threw a couple of curveballs for sure. And I'm starting to think that Nico Robin may be more involved in this than I originally thought, which if that's the case, we may get a lot more about the Ancient Kingdom in this message. But at the same time, Vegapunk himself has admitted he doesn't know everything. So there's definitely some stuff being saved for later. Probably Elbaf. Probably stuff that we're not going to get to the final battle, to the final war. So, yeah, we'll call it a stream. Or we'll call it a recording, I should say. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Very interesting stuff. I can't wait for One Piece. 1115. Of course, if you want an unedited version of this live reaction and review, go check out the Patreon, only $3 a month. The link to that is down in the description box down below. The information is also at the bottom of your screen as well. Thank you guys very much. There are also some other ways to support the channel as well. If you cannot support the channel financially, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and most importantly, share the content so that other people can enjoy it as well. All right, you guys. So until the next one, this is JeskerJames with a Z, and I am signing out.